At this point, do I really need 60 seconds to explain Zacian V? It can deal 230 damage for 3 energy, it powers itself up with Intrepid Sword, and all around it's just an amazing card. If you pair it with Zamazenta, which is also pretty good, but again does have its weaknesses, but with Dauntless Shield, you prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from your opponent's Pokemon VMAX. That means the combo here is that Zacian V can knock out a V, and Zamazenta V can't be hurt by a V, so they have to attack with their V, and Zacian absolutely feasts on them. You also have Oranguru and Rotom Phone to stack your deck, creating just a perfect, beautiful combo with everything. Cape of Toughness helps you survive a hit, Raihan gets energy into play, Crystal Cave heals ping damage from those quick shooting Inteleon and Zigzagoon and whatever you might find. This deck can run super hot based on matchup, and I'm expecting great things from it today. Okay, so it's going to be Victini, is my guess, so I'll go with the Oranguru. Go with the Oranguru. Hopefully they won't know what I'm playing, even though I'm using the Zacian deck sleeves. So I have to go with Zacian, Zamazenta, and that's about it. I have the Marnie, that's good. It would be great if I could just take a huge knockout right here. You know, the good thing about this combo here is that Zamazenta can't be hurt by VMAXs. It eats Zacians and Zamazentas for breakfast. Yeah. It's one of the, what, Flareon and Victini are the only ones right now. So I guess I go for, well, they can just do 240. 240. I guess I want to protect the Zacian. I guess that makes the most sense. And I got the energy off the Intrepid Sword, so that's good. And let's send some more free codes. I'm actually running very low. Pretty soon, you're not going to have an option for random. It's just going to be... Oh, and there's some Crushing Hammer. All right. Pretty soon, it's just going to be Steam Siege. And then when Steam Siege is gone, who even knows? Yeah, Seba, I think... depending how you want to work it, I think saving the code until live comes out is probably the best idea. So they had literally the perfect turn. You know, that's how it goes. Yeah, it's always great, Wilson, when you get that first turn attacked with Zacian. You do play Metal Saucer in this list, so that's good. They'll probably Flare Shot. Or they'll just use V-Bullet. So there's a research. Unfortunately, oh no, I can stack the Metal Saucer on top of the deck. So I will attach it there. I will attach that there. I'll put the Metal Saucer on top. Hopefully I don't Metal Saucer for a Metal Saucer. Well, there's a Crobat. That's actually fine because they play Path to the Peak, but this will hurt my late game power. And I didn't quite get what I needed in terms of some things, but I have a Zamazenta with some power. I can take a knockout. They can't really do anything. So I can Rotom Phone something to, and they just give me the win. So that is the power of Zacian right there. You know, you can just knock out those Vs. They didn't have a response because they play the Flare Shot Victini, which can use Melanie. But they also play the other one, which spreads fire energy, but they can't power it up quickly. So that's just a quick win against Victini with Zacian. And am I ever going to win a coin flip? Am I ever going to go first? Okay, so Oranguru for sure up front. Yeah, that's an apt name for sure, Evie. It's a deck I probably want like 80% win rate against this deck. But if you just hit the right matchups, you draw the right cards, it can just completely mess with your opponent. But I mean, you can say that about most decks, right? But I definitely agree. The bad deck is not a terrible name for this deck. You know, you have to get 3 energy onto this thing. Okay. So I just put Zamazenta down, put Zacian down, attach to Zacian, Primate Wisdom, the energy on the top. If only this was turn 1, right? Intrepid Sword, get an energy, got my Rotom Phones. And yeah, Zeta, as soon as ADP left, Zacian V just got much worse. It's definitely struggling to find itself, but you know, if that Toxtricity from Fusion Strike in November didn't have the caveat that it has to be Fusion Strike Pokemon in play, could you imagine Zacian V with 4 Toxtricity? You're winning every game. Because the Toxtricity, if you have 4 Toxtricity in play, your opponent's VMAX have 120 less hit points. Unfortunately, you have to have all Fusion Strike Pokemon, so it's kind of a womp womp situation. And with the Rainbow Marnie, they get rid of an energy. There goes my amazing turn 2 plans. And don't forget that I'm also... Is this Leafeon again? Please tell me they don't have Phoebe. But don't forget that I also have, you know, gameplay coins. I'll probably do gameplay items, but I might be able to trade those for packs and then use those later. But I definitely have gameplay coins for free. You can just pick a gameplay coin, it's yours. How many? Yeah, 400 channel points, that's nothing. So Oranguru can't really do anything. I think I put the Crystal Cave into play just to help me out if I need an Air Balloon. I quick ball the Zacian, go get probably another Zamazenta. I think I put the bosses on the top. Go get a Crobat if this is like an... Oh, jeez, it's a Raihan. All right. Is it worth it to put Crobat into play just to do that? I don't think it is. Well, it would have been worth it. And yeah, gameplay coin, like the ones you flip, yep, I got a ton of them. I redeemed a bunch of blister packs a while ago, and they come with coins. They come with the promo that I'll never use and coins. So I have like 100 coins to get rid of. I'll show you what I have right after this match. All right, so they had a very underwhelming turn. They definitely don't want to knock out an Oranguru. That would be less than fun for them. I don't want to lose a Crystal Cave. I don't exactly want to draw one, so I will Primate Wisdom onto the top. That is perfect. So I can get a Zacian just to discard it. I still think powering up the Zacian is still the best bet. That is disappointing. All right. So Cape of Toughness on the Zacian, Rotom Phone, and Energy on the top. Intrepid Sword, get the energy. So I have an Air Balloon, good. And yeah, Joshibo, just redeem those channel points. Get your free cards. And they are just doing a whole lot of nothing this game. They are playing Crushing Hammer, which is very annoying. So what I will try and do is I will try to Rotom Phone a boss's orders on the top. I don't have it. So I think because I have another one, can I rearrange the deck? I cannot rearrange the deck. I can get a research. That would really get rid of a whole bunch of resources, but I think I'll be okay. So I'll put the Air Balloon there, Air Balloon there. I will save the Raihan. I will scrap the Tool Jammer. Rotom Phone, what do I want off the top? I probably want the... I did attach. The Raihan would be nice, just to have it in case they do take a big knockout. Get rid of the research. I will retreat, take a knockout, hope they don't have anything in return. And there's my Oranguru. Alright, so Eevee, you want the Victini coin. Trade already sent. Perfect. Indie Bumpka, I will send you the code. And we're getting down to like the last 50 codes. But like half of that is Steam Siege, so I don't know if that's worth celebrating. So they got the Max Leaf. Yeah, that's the best attack they can use right now. I will Crystal Cave and save some energy. So they will probably have Tool Scrapper somewhere, but they're also playing Tool Jammer. So maybe they just don't have it like that. I will put the, I guess the bosses on the top. I will not be able to do that. I can Intrepid Sword a fresh Zacian, but I think it makes sense to just go with my dude. So I will, can't retreat and do anything, so it's just Intrepid Sword. Could have used the switch last turn, of course not. And we're at 16 viewers. That's pretty cool. Thank you everyone for watching. Rack up those channel points. Redeem them for free cards, free gameplay coins. You want a random code, whole bunch of stuff. I have cards to get rid of. Build up your collection, get 4 of each before Pokemon TCG Live comes out, and then you'll be all set when the new game is available. So they're just a Tool Jammer away from really ruining my chances of winning this game. I think I just overcommit everything, hope for the best. It makes sense to get rid of the Leafeon V because that is their win condition against my Zamazenta. You know, the reason I went too hard with Zamazenta is that the last Leafeon I played against had Phoebe. Phoebe is bad. But I would guess that they play 1 copy of Phoebe. They don't play 2. So they burn a Phoebe on Zamazenta. And then they won't have another one, so they will just lose. That is my hope. I want to force them to try and go through 2 Zamazenta. They didn't have a Tool Jammer. They don't have their Quick Shooting Inteleons. They are stuck. I will be getting rid of that Capture Energy. I'm liking where this is going. So we'll do that. I will Raihan to you. I will get a Metal Saucer. I have 4 Metal Saucers. So there's not really anything else to do. I guess just put a supporter on top. And that would be, I guess, bosses. And we are all set up. I don't think they can win. I think they'll play a Phoebe. They will have a good chance of knocking my dude out. But they're just drawing horribly. So I think I can win this one. And yeah, I will look at the trades when the match is over. So there's another Leafeon V. That is, you know, one of the reasons why maybe I should have benched another Zacian. Actually, what I can do is I can just knock out this Leafeon for game if I get what I need. And that's not impossible. And there's a victory. So 1 loss to Leafeon, 1 victory against Leafeon. Leafeon is still a good deck, but, you know, with it relying on the VMAX to take a knockout with Grass Knot, they have to play Phoebe. This build was not playing Phoebe, so they didn't have a chance to win. So if you're watching this and you're a Leafeon player, I think you gotta run Phoebe. What are these starting hands? Not only am I losing every coin flip, this is what I have to deal with. You know, Azul was right. This is the bad deck. So yeah, I love my cap. It's just going to be, you know, just like hopefully answering all the questions you might have. It was only like 8 minutes to record. So it's rapid fire. You know, I don't like wasting time. I like going rapid fire, and if it's under 8 minutes, I don't even have ads in the middle. So it's just from that beginning ad. You won't see any more ads until the end of the video. There's Zamazenta. That is, I mean, this is a tough matchup regardless. But I definitely will Primate Wisdom the Crystal Cave. Hopefully I get a Marnie. That's good as well. All right, so this is the trio you want. Let's go for Zacian in case they can't evolve. Well, that's a terrible hand. And it's good to see you, Nick. I know it's tough to sometimes make the stream, but I'm glad you're here. So they have Tower of Waters. I can't use that. I have my Crystal Caves. They're not going to Marnie me. They're not going to reset stamp me because that is gone. They got the Gmax Rapid Flow. I guess they'll go for Oranguru and Zacian. And they'll try and do something with Zeraora. But this deck, you know, I'm probably going to go, if I play 20 games with this deck, I'll probably go 10 and 10. That would be my guess, just because it runs so hot and cold. You know, if you go first and you start Zacian and you get an energy attachment and an energy off the Intrepid Sword, you're golden. But if you don't do that, you know, what are you supposed to do? And like, look at this hand here. I'm going to have to put either an Oranguru into play, which is bad, or a Crobat into play, which is also bad, or not. Or I won't have to do any of those things. I will have to lose a whole bunch of stuff, though. Yeah, I definitely have to do that. I will ditch the Crystal Cave. Probably lose just another Zacian, even though I don't want to. I'm going to have to attack with the one on the bench. I have no energy in the discard. I'm going to chalk this one up as a loss. Yep, that is the case. This will be a big loss. I did get an energy. Maybe they don't bump the Crystal Cave. Maybe I can do something. And Nick, the internet connection, I increased it. It is holding strong. You know, aside from a few hiccups here and there, it should be stable. So increasing the speed from 5 to 15 definitely helped. You know, you definitely can't really get by with 5 megabytes. That's too low. So hopefully I get a bosses. I have one in the bin. I always seem to have to get rid of a bosses. And Luke, thank you for the follow. I always seem to have to ditch a bosses with this deck as well, which is just crazy. Love my cap. I used to. It's up to 15 now. Yeah, I think after my second or third stream of dealing with 5, I went straight to 15. I called up the internet service provider. I said, I need 15. And yeah, my goal was 50. My goal was 50, but just with the way there's so many bundles that they have and so many crazy things. And Wiz and Coco Captain, thank you for the follows. Redeem those channel points. And Bam Baby, I don't think, could I ask you? Oh yeah, for sure. I thought you were asking for tag team cards. No, I can check for what you might need. For sure. So I will Cape of Toughness, attach the energy, Marnie, and to use Zeraora's CrossFit attack, they do have to attack with a different Rapid Striker. So there's a chance they just can't do anything. And with Rotom Phone, either a Metal Saucer or a supporter, I think the boss is the best. You know, I'm basically preparing for them to not use Marnie. Zombazaro, I think I have some stadiums. If you have any requests for what you want me to check, let me know. But yeah, it's non-holo commons. So that's just hit the circle. But yeah, after this game, I will check everything. Or I'll show you what I have. Just send some requests. So yeah, Bam Baby, let me know what you want after this game. Zombazaro, I can check as well. So if I was my opponent, what would I be getting right now? They would want to use Gale Thrust, I think, but that's not even a knockout, and they don't have the good Inteleon. I think you would go for... Okay, I see what they're doing, but they still need to attack with a Rapid Striker. So they have to use Gale Thrust on the back Rapid Striker to activate Zeraora's secondary attack, so they need a fighting energy. I'm guessing that they have, yeah, of course they have that. And they're sacrificing their Inteleon. So this is why I put the bosses on the top, because I want to knock out the Zeraora. I think they might just concede after this, to be honest. Because lightning type Pokemon do not resist metal type Pokemon anymore. That was a thing back in the day, not anymore. So knock out the Zeraora. They don't have a baby Urshifu. They were willing to sacrifice their Inteleon after all it did for them. And just hold the request until after the match, just that way I can, you know, look at everything all at once. So just hang on for a few more minutes. And they're going hard with that Zeraora. Oh, no worries. No worries. It'll just, I won't be able to check right now, so it just makes more sense to wait. And if you want, you can create a private trade and just search for me in the public lobby and see if I'm online. I should show up, and most everything is tagged. So you can always check in my binder while I'm busy as well. So there's the Gale Thrust. I can heal off some damage. There's another Zamazenta. I don't think it's worth it to bench it because they do have Zeraora. So I will Crystal Cave. So this is huge right here. Because I would like another switch. If I research and I don't put the Zamazenta down, I lock myself out of Zamazenta. And they do need 5 prizes, so why wouldn't I put Zamazenta down? Yeah, that wouldn't really make any sense, because they have to take 3 knockouts anyway. Well, didn't get what I needed. I guess Cape of Toughness goes on this guy. I could retreat and force them to lose their... Rapid Strike energy. And that way they'd have to hit my Zamazenta with their Zeraora, and that's not what they want to do. So I think that might actually be the play here. I will Assault Tackle, force them to lose their energy. And the Urshifu deck does not play Octillery because it relies on the Shady Dealings Inteleon engine. Bambaby, yeah, there's some things that are tagged that shouldn't be tagged. There are some things that aren't tagged that should be tagged. It's a whole mess. Like I said, I have thousands of cards to get rid of. There's going to be mistakes on my part, that's for sure. But yeah, the easiest thing is just try and see if you can find me in the public trades. And that way you can check my binder. And there's Tower of Waters. Of course they just have it like that, but I'm 2 knockouts away from winning. I regret everything I've ever done because of that Marnie, but they can't take a knockout. Zeraora, they still need a Rapid Strike energy. They can probably just do Snipe 100, Snipe 160 or 190. I can, if they hit my Zamazenta, I just knocked away their Rapid Strike energy. They're already down 2 Rapid Strike energy, so I don't think... Oh, I think that was a mistake. Because I'm getting rid of this Rapid Strike energy. If I build up another Zamazenta, that will get rid of their final Rapid Strike energy and they can't do anything. So I think that was a mistake on their part. I can't go for Oranguru, can't go for Crobat. I just have to hit them, get rid of the Rapid Strike energy. And I don't know what they can do to win at this point. I guess just attack with Inteleon, but they rely so heavily on Rapid Strike energy, and they have 1 left, and it could be prized. You know, they're just sort of locked out of the game. They're going to have to use Quick Shooting. Hope I don't find Crystal Cave. I have 1 left somewhere. And they have to find a way to move their way forward and hope I don't get an energy. And if I get a Tool Scrapper, I can scrap the Air Balloon, put the Cape of Toughness on it, make it that much more difficult to knock out. I don't know. They're going to have to retreat into somebody, probably an Inteleon, because I can't knock that out. this is still not an easy game for them. And they're powering up the Sobble. Oh, this is not the world they want to be living in. So that is a curious decision. I think they should have put up the Inteleon. The Inteleon is probably what should have gone up, just because I can't knock it out. Because if they give me the Sobble and I knock it out, then I just need to knock out their VMAX for game, but I think they may just be conceding the game anyway. So there's Marnie, I knock out the Sobble, and then I'm just knocking this thing out for game. So there we go. Knock out the Sobble. I will Rotom Phone. I think Raihan's pretty much useless at this point. I don't think they're playing Crushing Hammer. Nope, so I'll put the research on the top. Take the knockout. I probably should have checked to see if bosses was on there, but maybe I'll get bosses off the prizes. That's a nope. But there's not much they can do. They just have to pass with an Inteleon in the active and hope for the best. You know, their win condition, pretty much their only win condition is Pain with Inteleon and CrossFit for the knockout. Okie dokie. That is interesting. I'm just curious to know what their game plan is. Like, do they have... Are they checking their deck to see if they have the Rapid Strike energy? Okay, they have Raihan. That is not scary. They still need a Rapid Strike. There it is. There's their final Rapid Strike energy. Oh, so that was smart. They were smart. So that's why they use Keep Calling, because Keep Calling activates Zeraora. But using the Escape Rope put the wrong Zamazenta in the active. So I'm getting rid of their final energy. I'm getting rid of their final Rapid Strike energy. They only have one Quick Shooting Inteleon. I will get rid of their Air Balloon, because why not? I will attach that just in case they play something. So I just need boss's orders for game. There it is. I have the boss's orders. If they don't Marnie me, I win. They are out of Rapid Strike energy. They need a ton of things to win this game, and I don't think they can do it. You know, they're probably just going to retreat into Inteleon. But that was a very smart play by my opponent when they use the Keep Calling Sobble. It's a Rapid Striker. You have to use a Rapid Strike attack to activate Zeraora. So that was a galaxy brain play right there. They hit me with that galaxy brain play with the Sobble into the Zeraora. Unfortunately, they're out of Rapid Strike energy. They don't play a way to get it back. Raihan's not active because I didn't take a knockout. I'm just the bosses away from winning. I think I got this one wrapped up, and you can trust me on that one. And it's just a Gale Thrust for 0, so the attack name doesn't even show up. That's funny, the attack name doesn't even show up if you have Dauntless Shield. I guess on my opponent's side of things it did show up, but that's interesting. I didn't know that. I thought it would at least say Gale Thrust and then Dauntless Shield. Because I remember back in the day you'd have that shield effect, but I'm on normal effects or limited effects or something. But yeah, they would have needed more Quick Shooting Inteleon. They could have poisoned me if they played Dark Energy. Metacham, that could have done something. But yeah, Urshifu struggles, especially when you get rid of their energy. That was a very long game, but it was a win. Let's keep winning. Okay, so they are weak to metal. This is where things turn around. This is where it all goes according to plan. They're not going to play Suicune. They're going to be a crazy person who doesn't run Suicune in this deck. What do I want? Air Balloon, sure. Let's go with Air Balloon. Give me a Z. No, okay. Did I just seriously Air Balloon for an Air Balloon? What is this world? Why are we here? Why is this happening? Okay. I have the weakness advantage. Should be good to go. And Cocoa Puffs, the hollow energies. They're in, what, Hidden Fates and Shining Fates, I think. And then you can also get some from, like, collection boxes and stuff. They're all over. But you can't buy Shining Fates or Hidden Fates in the game because they're special sets. So you have to open codes or just trade for them. Okay, they have the absolute insanity. They didn't Marnie me. There's research. So I guess I attach. Probably shouldn't have done it. That was I'm super tilted right now. That was the absolute worst thing I could have done. I should have researched the energy into the discard. I would have had the attack, but you know what? This deck doesn't want to cooperate with me. I'm not going to play perfectly, right? And yes, Eevee, Professor Burnett, it is your supporter for turn, and you can put 2 cards from your deck into your discard pile. So you have to use your supporter for turn, and you only put 2 V-Union cards in the discard. So you're halfway there, and that's just, it's not amazing to me. Okay. Cape of Toughness, Crystal Cave. Don't want any of these things off the Marnie. I just want an energy. I'm finally taking a knockout. I will Rotom Phone. What do I want? I can get bosses. I need a Zacian. I need a bosses. Let's go for the Zacian. Put the research on the top. So I need the Zacian for the Suicune. The Suicune can't knock me out because they don't have a Lotad or anything down. They're not playing that build. They're playing the Ice Rider Suicune build. So they can't get a path to the peak. The Suicune is fine. I have to knock out the Suicune with a Zacian. I have to somehow power up the Zacian. I can win this game. I'm not out of this game yet. They're never going to evolve that Ice Rider unless they really need to take a knockout on a Zacian. But I think it's highly unlikely they evolve that Ice Rider until at least the very end when I'm at like 2 prizes or something, or 1 prize, when it doesn't matter. But I think we all know how this story ends. We've seen it all day long. I'm going to lose. There's the peak. That doesn't matter. Path to the peak only helps them if they want to attack with Ice Rider anyway, and they never want to do that until the end of the game. So they should be holding on to their path to the peaks until the end of the game, because they might be in a situation where it's just a Zamazenta on my side of the field and they're out of Suicune. So they probably should have been holding path to the peak, unless they know they're not doing something super great this turn and they just want to shut off my Zacian using Intrepid Sword next turn. But I think holding the path to the peak until the... Okay, well, they're going to use research, so... Because they were going to use research, then it obviously doesn't matter. But no, they got the path with the Drizzile, so I think my point still stands. They should have held the path until the end. Yeah, I think I'm actually 3 and 6. I don't remember if I counted that last one, but this is not going well. You know, I caved into peer pressure on this one. I saw it did well in the tournament, so I thought I had to. I won't be bad. I will remember not to attach that energy. I will get the Metal Saucer off the top. That's perfect. I will save the Oranguru. So we got the Saucer. We whiffed. I did get Crystal Cave. So my options here are I can Crobat and cripple my play the rest of the way. And Swaru, thank you for the follow. So I think if I attach to the Zacian, I need to save the Raihan though. So I'm really locking myself out of some late game draw here. I will get the Oranguru. Discard the Oranguru, get Crobat, heal off the damage. As much as I probably shouldn't be going this hard. Didn't get the Metal Saucer. Alright, well, I want Raihan for next turn. I know that for sure. 3 switches? 3? Really? Alright, I'm going to have to two-shot the Suicune most likely. I could use Intrepid Sword, but I've pretty much locked myself into this line of play. And if they do leave that Zamazenta alive and they go after the Zacian and they somehow knock it out, well, they can't. They would have to ping it with... Okay, well, here we go. And will Hollow Energies transfer to Pokemon TCG Live? I don't actually know. I think they will. I think 4 copies will, but it's tough to say. They didn't specifically mention that, I don't think, in the full announcement. I know for sure it's 59 copies of Basic Energy. I don't know for sure about Hollow Energies. I know that if you bought one of those like family sets, the Alolan Ninetales and Alolan Sandslash thing, the energy you get from those won't transfer over, but they're like very limited in quantity anyway, so it's not really a big deal. But Hollow Energies, I'm not sure. You know, the game was just announced yesterday. There's still a whole bunch they have to announce and more details they have to give us. So the video that comes out tomorrow, it will have as many details as I could provide so far, but there's still a lot we don't know. All right, so I'm going to get the Raihan. I'm actually not going to use it. I'm going to knock out the back Suicune with Zacian. I will save the Raihan for next turn, so I will bosses the Suicune. I will keep the Path to the Peach so they can't draw any cards, even though that doesn't really matter. Raihan goes on top. There's a Quick Ball. Don't want to use it because it'll lock me out of the things I want to do next turn. There's a knockout. This is going to be right down to the wire here. So I have to get, off the Raihan, I have to get the energy from the discard, a Metal Saucer, and I have to just hope for a Metal Saucer off, what, the Oranguru? Yeah, that is horrible. There's nothing I can really do here. This deck is terrible. Why am I playing it? Why did I let everyone convince me this was a good idea? You know, I think this will have to go in the YouTube video just to show that, no, the deck is not amazing. Don't believe the hype. You know, maybe I'm playing it wrong. If I am, please let me know. But I think I'm doing as much as I can based on the cards I'm drawing. There's the Marnie. Okay, this is actually perfect. If they Marnie me into a Metal Saucer, because I'm getting the Raihan for sure, if I get a Metal Saucer and they don't scrap my tools, then I'm fine. Oh, and it's not even a knockout. That's insane. Oh, that's actually really horrible, though. Oh, dear. This is like the worst thing that could have happened. I need my Tool Scrapper immediately. So, believe it or not, attaching that Cape of Toughness might lose me the game, which is hilarious. There's the Metal Saucer. Oh, man. How is this happening? So, I have game next turn, but if they have bosses, they win. Because they'll be able to draw 2 cards. I'm a bosses away from winning. I'm bosses away from winning. If they don't do anything to my hand, I'm good to go. They have to, they'll quit shooting the Zacian. That lowers the amount of bench Pokemon. So now they, so 20, 40, 60, 80, 120. So they can't knock out my Crobat. Yeah, here comes Marnie. Melon, that's Melanie. That's not Marnie. I can win. I can win. They can't reset stamp me. That's gone. They would have needed to bosses the Crobat and quit shooting the Crobat to win. That is game. Why did I ever doubt this deck? It's amazing. Oh, I can't actually do anything. Oh no, I can knock out the Ice Rider. Oh man. Zamazenta can't even do enough damage to knock out an Inteleon. Isn't that sad? So I will knock that out. The weakness. The weakness advantage. Oh, see, I never doubted this deck for a second. Taking advantage of those weaknesses, you gotta love it. So they're playing the 3-1 line. That's always good. The 2-2, the 3 Suicune. They're playing your typical list. That was stressful. They got the 3 different Marnie. Is that a rainbow rare? Okay. But that was stressful. That was stressful. I never want to play this deck again. I can't wait to go into Expanded.